Hey guys, how you doing? Today is Friday, December 6th, and I'm like looking at my face going, I really could have thrown on some makeup before I did this video. I don't care. Okay, I'm having stress pimples going on my face this week. I've had a little bit of a stressful week. My dad wasn't feeling well, and we were worried that his cancer was spreading. Some of you might not know my dad was diagnosed with cancer in 2002, and he's doing good, touch wood, so he's doing good, but so I was pretty worried about him this week, and he had some tests. He needs some further tests, but apparently from the tests that he's had so far this week, everything's good, and his cancer hasn't spread, so that's good. And yeah, and then my sister's been stressed out because her father-in-law hasn't been feeling well, so it's just been a crazy stressful week. And it's just, you know, the holidays and things are gonna get crazy, and it's like, you know what, let's just like stop for a minute. Like, you know, you do the running around and oh my god, is it the perfect gift and whatever, and it's just like, oh my god, let's just take a minute and like really think about what we're doing here. Because, you know, it can get out of hand, and you just got to stop for a minute and just be, you know, grateful for what we have and appreciate, you know, what we have, because life is way too darn short. Today, I wanted to talk about the fact that I'm considering my house done, because I'm still trying to get the bedroom videos up, but I figured I'd just post this in the meantime. I don't know what I'm doing with my iMovie, but it hasn't been grabbing the movies to load in there, so I don't know. I don't know what's going on. It might just be stunned because I've been deleting a lot of stuff this past week, so I don't know if it's like, what have you done? Yeah, so I'm just, you know what, like I'm doing housework today. Another reason why I'm a hot mess right now. I've gone through the bathrooms, our bedroom, Bryn's bedroom. I'm working on the kitchen right now, so I got the mat up. I just have to do the living room and my craft room because my desk is its usual disaster. I still have the Playmobil stuff out from when I did the video the other day. The house is... Okay, that house, if you're looking for it, it's really expensive now. I bought that for $29, $29.99. And that would have been in 2007. And my friend Mariel looked it up the other day. It's on eBay for like $150, $200 on Amazon. It's insane. So sorry about that. I don't want to get your hopes up that it still exists. It does, but it's very pricey. So sorry about that. But you can get advent calendars. They usually make a new one every year. So you can check that out on Playmobil.com. What was I going to tell you? Yeah, so I have to do my desk, but you know what? If I start doing the kids' rooms, we're never going to have Christmas. So I'm like, you know what? I'm just putting up the tree on Sunday. I'm going to start decorating on Sunday. And between now and Christmas, if I tackle the rooms a little bit, you know, and get them to help me out, great. But you know what? I gotta stop, because I just have to... Because I could just pick. I mean, I could come back in the craft room and do... Well, I have to clean up, but I could drive myself nuts and go around to all the rooms all over again and pick things apart. And I have to stop doing that. Okay, on to my Christmas subject of the day. Christmas music. Now, I was shopping the other day. I got some clothes because they're still trying to get rid of summer stuff here. And so it's a great time to buy summer clothes. They do have winter stuff here in the stores, which I still find really strange. But anyway, and because it's like today's, I don't know, 75 degrees, but you see people in, you know, warmer clothes and knee-high boots. I'm walking around in flip-flops because it's 75 degrees. It was 75 degrees in September when we weren't in boots, but I don't know. Anyway, so to each its own. But Christmas songs. So I'm shopping the other day and the Christmas music was playing, and I'm like trying to keep it together. Don't cry. Don't cry. Just keep looking at the clothes. It's all good. Because some Christmas songs really get to me. And I've always loved Christmas music. It's great. The only song there's two songs I really don't like with Christmas. One is I Saw Mummy Kissing Santa Claus. Makes me nuts. I can't stand that song. And I'm going to bring up the other song that drives me crazy here. I've got my iPad here. And I don't know if I'm probably not allowed to be playing these, but you have to. Now, you've probably heard the song. It's called Carol of the Bells. I'll just play a clip of it here. This song scares the heck out of me. Okay, well, the beginning isn't scary. Okay. Very long intro. Okay, I call it Scary Bells. No, you know what? It's too long. Okay, we're getting there. It's a huge choir. It's the Mormon Tabernacle Choir. It's getting scary. See? Oh, that song scares the heck out of me. I call it Scary Bells. Now, my friend Mariel, I said, do you know that song with the bells? And it was playing one time. She goes, yeah. She said, my sister, like, I think her sister did the thing with the bells with the gloves and you ding the bell. And she did that. And I said, no, it's Scary Bells. And she's like, I was like, the song scares the heck out of me. I've always pictured, like, at nighttime in the winter and you're in a dark forest and you're being chased and you're kind of dressed like it's gonna get weird. You're dressed like Beauty and the Beast and you get the long dress and the cape and you're being chased by a black horse, like a big dark, like with the big hairy feet, like scary horse. It's like yellow eyes and stuff. That's what that song reminds me of. And as the music builds and they get singing, and that's what it reminds me of. It scares the heck out of me. I don't like it. I call it Scary Bells. I don't like it. I don't enjoy the song. And then a few years ago, Target did a commercial and it was Santa running through the parking lot because he was trying to get to Target for some last minute shopping. And that was the song they used. Oh my God. Okay. I've never liked that song. So yeah, Scary Bells. You will always now think of that as Scary Bells. And I apologize if I've ruined your Christmas. The song that I've always liked is this one. Again, I can only play like a quick clip because I don't want to get in trouble. This was 1984. Let's get it going here. You probably know which one it is. If you're a child of the 80s. It's Band-Aid. Do they know it's Christmas? It's Christmas time. Now, I don't know, I had an obsession with Duran Duran, so I think that's why I just like that song. It takes me back to that time when I liked the band, and I would have been, 84, I would have been 13, and so, I don't know, I've just always liked that song. I like Silent Night, I like I'll Be Home for Christmas, I like Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas, but like I said, some of those songs are hard to listen to. Faith Hill's Where Are You Christmas? That just kills me. But I find what I do is when I'm decorating for Christmas, I have to like stop and have a moment by myself where I just put on some Christmas music. It makes me sad and I just have my Christmas cry. And I let it all out and I get it over with and then I'm back. Then I'm good to go. Let's bring on Christmas. But I just have to have a moment where I just have a moment and just get sad. I know it's probably stupid, but and most times it's exhaustion that's leading me into that just because I'm up late and and then I'm awake early and I'm trying to make gifts and you know, the craziness, and you're shopping and you're stressed out and whatever, which takes me back to the beginning of this video, which says, you know, we just got to like one day at a time and it's all going to get done. And, you know, but, anyway, so I have kind of a day, well, not a whole day. I don't go sit in the corner for the day. Well, that'd be nice. Just sit there, have no one bother you. But yeah, I just have a moment where I just let it out and I kind of get it over with in one day. I was like that Christmas Eve, like as a kid, not as a kid. Christmas Eve, I was completely excited. But I would always have a moment on Christmas Eve where I would just get overcome. Like, it's usually, oh God, we always went to church Christmas Eve. We always go to church Christmas Eve. When I was little, we used to go to midnight mass, and you'd be like sitting there and your eyes are rolling in your head, and you could throw up. You're so excited because Santa's coming, and you're just trying to stay awake, and we'd go to midnight mass. I don't know. I think Mom and Dad did it just so we'd fall asleep easier. I have no idea. We used to go down to my grandparents, and we'd visit on Christmas Eve, and there was a man that dressed like Santa, and he would come around to everyone's house and visit. He'd have a wee bit of scotch at everyone's house, so by the time he got to Nana and Papa's, yeah, he one year he dropped the big bell down the stairs, scared the life out of me. But yeah, so one year he told me, I would have been about 7, I think, and he told me that my Fisher-Price doll, my baby Beth, was going to be under the tree, and sure enough, she's under the tree the next day. So that totally sealed it for me. But I find that Christmas changed for me in '89. Papa passed away in October that year, and it was the same year that Annette got married. And so she wasn't home that Christmas. So Christmas changed for me at that point. And it was just different. You know, we didn't go down to Nana's for Christmas dinner anymore. We had it at Mom and Dad's. And Annette and Brian came over to visit because, you know, she didn't live home anymore. So it was weird. And Christmas morning was just Mom and Dad and I. So I found that like a huge change. And but then it changes back again, and it changes through the years, because I think that's like your first big moment when, you know, you have older brother or sister that move out and things change, and, you know, grandparents and stuff, and, you know, relatives that aren't there any longer, and then it just kind of it changes for a little bit, but then it changes back, and then if you have kids and you know, and you do your own little Christmas, and then you go visiting. And we used to live about 4 hours from Mom and Dad when we lived in Canada. So we would, you know, get up Christmas morning, open presents and everything, and drive for 4 hours, sometimes in a snowstorm. And Scott, if you're Canadian and you know about Tim Hortons coffee, Scott, he's so weird. He did this thing one year. He had like a Tim Hortons coffee cup. And Tim Hortons, I don't know if it still is, but it used to be closed on Christmas Day. So what he would do is Christmas Eve. I'm such a mess right now. Whatever. On Christmas Eve, he would go get a coffee. And then Christmas Day, when we had to drive, he would like microwave it. I've never had coffee, but I assume that would taste awful. He would microwave his coffee the next day, so when we were driving in the car, he'd hold the coffee cup kind of in the window as he's driving, and like we'd pass cars, and they'd be like, at least we thought they'd be like, where did they get a coffee? It was this little Christmas prank. I don't know. But yeah, so then he'd drink his coffee as he was driving. Anyway, and a coffee doesn't last 4 hours, so yeah, it lasted the first part of the drive anyway. But yeah, we'd listen to Christmas music and stuff in the car driving down, and but yeah, we would like run in the door and get the kids changed into their Christmas dresses and arrive at the table for turkey. So it was crazy. And then there was a point where the kids were 5 and 2, and we said, you know what, we're gonna do our own Christmas. And we made our turkey and everything, and we didn't drive down to Halifax until I think the 27th. And that was nice too, because the kids were at an age where You know, they were old enough to understand that Santa was coming and all that. So we wanted to kind of experience that and not be running out the door like fools at 10:30 in the morning to get on the highway. So that was nice, and we did that. And then we spent our Christmases in Florida after that, and our families would come down to visit, and we would do all the Disney parks and, you know, see the castle lit up like icicles, and so that was really great. And then, as you know, we lost Mom in 2010, so of course Christmas changed again. So, and that's, you know, that's hard. And yeah, so that's been the latest change in our family. So it's you know, it's hard, but then you gotta keep doing what you're doing, and you just start new traditions, um and just you gotta just keep changing it up a little bit and just go with the flow. So yeah, so Christmas music can sometimes be hard to listen to, but then it's, you know, then it's fun. You got to look at it. You know, you got to look at it through your kids' eyes, and this is their memories. You know, like the way that I had memories at 13, and it was Band-Aid and whatever. You know, my daughter is my oldest one now is 13, and I'm thinking, okay, this is, you know, they're still gathering their, you know, really fun kid memories out of Christmas. Out of Christmas. So, you know, you gotta still keep it fun. So that's why I take a moment every year to sit in the corner and cry and get all that out. And then Christmas movies. My hands down favorite Christmas movie is How the Grinch Stole Christmas, the cartoon version, of course. Our kids don't understand that when you were a kid and you missed the special on ABC and you missed the Grinch, like it was a whole 365 days before you saw it again. Like we didn't have VCRs and Blu-rays and YouTube and whatever. Like if you didn't see it, you didn't see it till the next year. Unless another channel was running it. We only had, 3 channels at one point, and then maybe 20. So they don't get it. Scott's a fan of Charlie Brown. I've never got the whole Charlie Brown. I love Snoopy and Woodstock, but I really don't understand that cartoon. And the Red Baron thing, I don't understand. I don't get it. But anyway, he likes Charlie Brown, and there's a cute little tree. It has like a little basic wooden stand, and it has one little sprig with one ornament hanging on it, and he puts that in his office. So he put it up the other week in his office, and people are like, what happened to your tree? But it's supposed to be the Charlie Brown Christmas tree. I got it at Walgreens when we lived in Florida for like $9.99. So yeah, he likes Charlie Brown. I like the Grinch, and we watch the Grinch when we decorate the tree. So we'll probably have that on Sunday if we're decorating the tree. I hope we're decorating the tree by Sunday. And White Christmas, I've never seen the full movie. I know they're out on stage. I know they're singing White Christmas, but that's all I know about the movie. I don't know the story. It's a Wonderful Life. I started to watch that with my brother-in-law one year. And we were at my sister's. We started to watch it, and she must have been wrapping gifts or something. And I ended up falling asleep. So I have yet to see the rest of that movie. I think that's Brian's favorite movie. Annette, I think she likes like the classic Rudolph. And I've never asked her what her favorite movie is. But when we were kids, it was Rudolph, like the stop animation, weird little fuzzy puppet things. My husband can't stand it, and Bryn doesn't like it either. I'm like, you can't be my child and not like Rudolph. I don't understand. But the stop animation, that was so cool. And I still really like it. And the Baby New Year, where he has the big ears and the top hat, and he's all upset. He keeps crying and he keeps leaving all the countries. I loved that movie. I remember watching that movie with quarters. We were at the airport, and I think my grandmother was leaving. I think, it must have been before New Year's or after New Year's. It was my Nana that lived in Toronto. And we were at the airport. Maybe we were waiting for her to come, but why would they have had New Year's movie on already? I don't know. She must have been leaving and heading home. And they had remember the chairs in the airport with the big TVs, like, sitting on them? on the chairs and you put money in and it would play. I remember watching Baby New Year on those TVs. And whenever I think of that movie, I think of the Halifax airport and watching Baby New Year. Very weird. But anyway. Yeah. So there's a few Christmas memories. What other movies are there? I like Christmas Vacation, the Chevy Chase one. Elf is cute. Frosty I can handle for a few minutes, but it kind of drives me crazy. The Grinch, the Jim Carrey one, that one's okay, but I still prefer the cartoon. That's my favorite Christmas movie of all times. All right, I'm just avoiding housework is what I'm doing. Oh my god, I gotta finish up so that I can jump in the shower, clean myself up again, put on some makeup, and go get the kids at school. So I hope you guys are doing good. December 6th. It's not much farther. Don't tell me it's 2.5 weeks. Is it 3? Wait, no, what's today? Can someone explain to me how you get the calendar on iCalendar on the Mac to stop starting at Monday? I like a week to start on a Sunday. I find it very confusing. Anyway, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's 19 days till Christmas. I probably could have taken 25 and minus 6, but I'm not that good with math. Oh my god, that is not a lot of time. Wow, not a lot of time. Okay, I have to finish my housework. And this weekend, I have to get the tree up. So I will videotape my decorating and show you how that's going. And like I said, I'll have my bedroom video up soon. I've just got to get iTouch or iMovie working here. So let me get that figured out. Those videos will be up soon. And my decorating videos will hopefully follow that because I don't know how else I'm going to get it to load up here. So anyways, I hope you guys are doing good. Don't get too stressed out about the holidays. Do what you can do. And yeah, it's, yeah, just take it easy. All right. Okay. I'll be back soon. All right. See ya.